Some people just want to go out and start shooting people in a city. So, like, I always throw it and it goes left. So I will always stand to the right and then, like, make it curve a little bit more.
Well, you see mine curves to the right.
Shut up. And then it goes like this. Hello and welcome to That Goes Awesome, the only podcast where everything goes awesome. I'm Christian.
I'm Jaden.
How you doing, buddy? It's been a while.
I'm doing good, but more importantly, I'm not doing good because I completed my resolution. Okay. Game of my month. I didn't like it.
You thought it was bad?
I think it's like the first game,
Really?
first like month where I played a game and I didn't like it.
What was it?
It was Aphelion.
I've heard of it.
It's
I have
like
no clue what it is.
Space game.
Okay.
It honestly, it's not terrible. It's not like that bad of a game, but it's not very good. It's a short game. It's like a mix of Firewatch and Still Wakes the Deep. It's like a perfect baby of those, except it's like the worst version of both of those. Because I really like both those games. Obviously, I've mentioned I love Firewatch, and I love Still Wakes the Deep. It's a good game. But Aphelion is just bad. It's like,
how's it bad?
Okay. So you're set in like it's post-apocalyptic, I think, and in a sense like you're going to a different planet to try and like find a planet where human life can live, and all that. So like that's the setting, and like it starts where you crash onto this planet that you're trying to explore, and then the whole game is just about trying to like discover the secrets and see like if life can live there, all that. And there's two main characters. You go back like each chapter, you like bounce between them. The story is okay, I think, but that's the main driving point of the game.
Is that the one that came out like super recently?
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard it's awful.
Yeah, it's pretty recent. But the main driving point of the game is the story. Like that's the best part of the game. But the story's not like great. It's like mid. It's not bad. It's okay.
Okay.
But my main problem with the game is that it's basically just like a platforming game. Like there is like almost no combat or anything. It's just literally platforming, which is okay, but the platforming isn't very good.
Yeah.
It's just clunky.
That's exactly what I heard. Because I considered playing it when I saw it was on Game Pass, and everyone was like, if you are hoping for anything fun, don't play this game.
Yeah, the graphics look good. That's about it. That's it. It's
so
really.
Why did you finish it? I would have gotten like a couple hours into it and hopped over to another game.
Okay, but by the time I'm a couple hours into it, I'm like halfway done with the game.
That's okay, I guess.
So, I mean, I wanted to beat it, and I deserve to play a game I didn't like. I've been too joyful with my games.
I've done that a couple times this year. It's like a sunken cost fallacy. I make it halfway through a game, and I'm like, I'm not really having a great time, but I'm going to finish it anyway.
I like that term.
Yeah.
I remember learning about fallacies in school.
I'm proud of you, buddy. At least you got something from school. I've been playing a game recently, and so you have a tendency to think that I play a lot of non-surface level games. If you look at all my favorite games, they're like the most generic. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't play a lot of like niche ones. This one is kind of niche. It's like a popular game, but not anymore. It's a first-person stealth game from 1997, and it's so good. But man, is it the most hideous thing I've ever laid eyes on. It is so ugly to look at.
Yeah.
But like the gameplay is so cool. It's like I've learned that stealth has like regressed as time goes on, because I've always heard that game had good stealth. And it's like you got a light bar at the bottom of your screen, and like the brighter it is, the more light you're in. And so the game is super reliant on light, but also like sound. So if you're like walking on grass, you can just full on walk on grass. The guards won't hear you. You have to like actually sneak on concrete. And then if you're walking on like a metal grate, the guards are going to hear you. That kind of thing. And it's like really cool.
That's cool,
and you get like water arrows that can like put out candles and stuff like that. So like, you can make your own dark. But it's really good. But also it's 20 hours, and I think it would make a great like 6 to 8 hour game. 20's pushing it. I'm like 5 hours into it, and I'm on mission 6, and it's just like it's a little long.
I think Aphelion was probably like 8 to 10 hours, probably somewhere in that range. So it wasn't too long, but I did. I struggled to finish it because I didn't want to play it. It also had like a stealth aspect of it, which is like the only difference between, like, it had a little platforming and it had like a little bit of stealth. And like there's just like this big scary monster. That's where like the Still Wakes the Deep. Have you played that game?
No. I planned on it before it came out, and then it came out and I just never got around to it.
It's a good game. I would actually recommend it. It's really not long either. But that's where that aspect of the game comes in, because like there is like a big monster you have to like stay away from and all that. But it just wasn't fun. It was just bad.
I get that. If Call of Cthulhu is on Game Pass, I have no clue. You should play that if it's on there, because it's like 6-ish hours, and it's like one of the coolest stories I've ever played. And it's like mostly a like walking simulator style game. It's a lot of detective work. You play as a detective, like going to a town, and there's like a whole like cultish aspect of a town of like people like doing creepy stuff. And so you have to like spend the game investigating things, and the investigation is really fun. And there's a couple parts where like monsters show up and you gotta stealth past them and stuff like that.
Okay, away from games.
Okay.
I did also watch a movie.
Okay.
You've probably seen it, but I somehow had never seen it.
I've seen a lot less movies than games I've played, which is crazy.
I watched The Breakfast Club.
That's a good movie.
For the first time ever. Okay. You have seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, so my knowledge of The Breakfast Club was to the extent of an episode of Victorious. That was it. Basically.
I was the same way 2 years ago when I first watched it.
Yeah, and it came out in like the 80s, I think. It's like
it's like early 90s, I think.
It's like
80s,
a 90, but either way, I think it's like maybe set in the 80s or something. It's something with the 80s is like the vibe. But I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had told my dad, I was like, hey, I watched The Breakfast Club, and he like grew up around that time, and he was like, yeah, it was really boring, wasn't it? I was like, no, I kind of liked it. I thought it was actually pretty good.
There's definitely some dialogue in there that doesn't hold up very well in 2026.
Overall, I think it's a great movie, and it has good like lessons.
It does have good lessons, yeah, because it's all the 5 main characters are basically like a depiction of different like cliques in school. Yeah. But I think it's interesting to think about, because I feel like if a movie like that came out now, it wouldn't be regarded very well. Not even because like the dialogue, that's a different thing, but because the entire movie is basically a character development and like dialogue, and it's strictly like in one setting. And I feel like
iPad kids don't have the attention.
Yeah, I feel like there's nowadays people would be like, okay, I don't care. Where is all the fight scenes?
I mean, that kind of happened with the Backrooms recently. I still haven't watched it. I haven't watched it, but like a lot of people have like their perception of the Backrooms is like all the fan content and stuff like that, where it's just like monsters chasing people, and there's like 1,000 different layers to the Backrooms and stuff like that. And the guy who like popularized it, he didn't make it, but he popularized it, is the guy who made the movie. And he like used his version of the lore, which doesn't have all the monsters and stuff like that. So some people came out of the movie and they were like, this sucks, it was boring, and there were no monsters. And it's like,
yeah.
But other people are like, this is great, it had an awesome story. And that's like, there's a discrepancy.
See, after I watched the movie, I was just reading reviews on it, just like generic.
I did the same thing.
Just because I wanted to see what other people thought after I had already got my thoughts somewhat together. But I remember reading something where people, along the lines of what I was saying, but they were talking about how they feel like for that time, like it used to also be like a lot of people just wanted a lot of action, but The Breakfast Club kind of like revolutionized just like character-driven stories, which I think is very interesting, because I like stuff like that. I
do too.
I don't care if there's a lot of action going on if it's a good story.
As long as the story is good.
Yeah. I don't want to just sit there and be bored, but I can invest myself into something if it's a good story. That's why, like, random reference, but like one of my favorite seasons of The Walking Dead is season 2, but like the entire season was restricted to the farm. So like there's not a lot that goes on, but it's basically all character driven, and I like stuff like that. But I found it interesting that it said like that movie came out and then it kind of like revolutionized character-driven stuff. So there were more movies that came out following that where it's just like, okay, we don't need to pay millions of dollars in like this big set and all these different sets and do all this stuff if we can just make a good story.
They sat in a room in a school for like the entire movie, basically.
They did.
My favorite part of that movie is when they take the emo girl and like give her a new like style, and she's like significantly less attractive. Like they're like, oh, you finally look good, and she does not look like the same person.
There was like that scene afterwards with her and like I think it was like the jock, where like they kind of were just like on opposite ends, like the classic. And they were walking towards each other as she got her makeover, and I was just like, this is just weird because like she is not attractive.
The hairstyle they gave her is like the most goofy looking thing of all time. Like, but I'm glad you liked it. I'm sorry you did not like your game.
It's okay.
Hopefully.
The world isn't always a perfect place.
So true.
That's the quote from that movie. Something like that. They were talking about a screw or something.
Dude, I haven't watched it in so long.
And then the doofus, the rebel guy.
The doofus?
Yeah, because he took like the screw out of the door and the door closes.
Yeah.
And then the principal comes in and is like accusing them. And then the rebel is like, man, screws just fall out. The world's imperfect.
I know what you're talking about now. I want you to, like, at some point, just summarize the entire movie in the exact way that you just used.
That was a pretty good depiction. That was it, right?
It's like
somebody find the quote on there. It's something like that.
The video of that one kid where he's like, "Have you ever had a dream?" and then just starts stuttering like crazy. That was you trying to explain The Breakfast Club right there.
I explained it pretty well, I thought.
I'm glad you think so, buddy.
Okay. Anyways, Christian.
Okay, so it's a common theme.
Mm-hmm.
The pre-orders came out, buddy, and I know you got it.
You actually would be surprised I haven't bought it yet.
You haven't bought it yet?
I haven't bought it.
I'm proud of you.
I've definitely looked at it, and I'm definitely going to, but I haven't bought it yet.
I have no issue with pre-ordering. I know a lot of people think it's stupid. They're GTA 6, by the way, for anyone who doesn't get it. A lot of people have issues with it, and they're like, you're just like wasting money if you pre-order because it's going to because like a lot of games you pre-order them and they come out and they end up not being good, and like that is a fairly common thing. A lot of time people do pre-order it. If I know it is something that I'm going to enjoy, I'll pre-order it. Like Resident Evil 9, I did not need to wait for the reviews for that game. I pre-ordered it, and it's fine if you do the same thing. My one take is I don't agree with pre-ordering it until there's gameplay. And the thing that I mentioned like 2 podcasts ago was correct. There hasn't been any gameplay yet.
Where'd you see that from? Because I'm
literally everywhere. There is not gameplay. I even looked at the trailers to make sure. There's no gameplay yet.
I know the last trailer. Maybe I just read something wrong. I know the last trailer, like, it's very cinematic.
There might have been in-game cinematics. That's not gameplay. We haven't seen.
I know we haven't seen a full gameplay trailer
yet.
No.
And like that, you can't. Like, I don't think it's a good idea to pre-order it until you have seen it, even if you're excited for it, because like I mean you're gonna get it naturally, like even when the gameplay trailer comes out. But getting it before you've seen how the game plays, because imagine they just like made it like a point-and-click adventure game out of nowhere.
Okay, but I know how GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, I know how their gameplay is, so it's gonna be similar.
Oh, exactly. But like, what if it's not? Because a lot of people, me included, criticize those games for like the lackluster like movement and gameplay. It feels clunky to a lot of people. So maybe they have like completely changed it, because some people have.
I think they're going to change aspects of it. There's no way they completely change it.
I think they should completely change it.
I disagree.
What is good about GTA 5 gameplay to you?
Some people enjoy it. Obviously, if GTA 5 is the most profitable game of all time.
I don't think it is. I still think that's Tetris. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Tetris is like most copies of the game sold or something. But I think like because of everybody buying shark cards.
It also might be Minecraft. Minecraft is up there.
But like in terms
GTA is up there for sure.
In terms of people like always spending all their money on shark cards and stuff, I think it's made at top 3 like most money out of any game of all time. So obviously I don't need to change that much.
I don't think they should change the actual game. That's fine, because like the world is like the cool part. It's the actual like aspect of running around and stuff like that. Even people who love Rockstar, a lot of them hate like the movement, where it's like the spamming the run.
Oh, I agree. I hate that.
Like that kind of stuff is what people think they should change.
Yeah.
Apparently, people have talked about how I haven't heard anything. I have no clue if this is true. I don't think it is, but like Last of Us Part 2 did like a movement thing where it's got like crazy good movement when it comes to like moving between cover and like running and sliding and stuff like that. And apparently Rockstar has been like experimenting with that kind of like technology.
Well, I hope they make changes like that.
If they did that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to change the game. It'll be the same series, obviously. It's going to be like GTA 5. But if they improve the gunplay and the gameplay, they've already won me over more than the past few games have.
Yeah, I definitely agree that. I hope they do make some changes like that. But even if the gameplay is exactly the same as GTA 5, I would still play it.
Yeah, and some people are like that. I don't think the gameplay.
It's me. I'm some people.
You are some people. But yeah, I don't like that style. I only played Red Dead 2 because the story was great. I still think the gameplay sucks. Which is ironic considering I played way more hours of online, which is like just gameplay. But I wouldn't play it by myself. I played it with friends. And that helps a lot.
I find it so interesting that you love games so much. But like the one like really popular game that everybody likes, you just don't like.
Apparently that's super common because after the pre-orders went up, and not like pre-orders, but because the price came out a little bit before pre-orders came out. When the price came up, it like everything online that like, on my side like flooded to people being like, I didn't love GTA 5, and like I've like.
Well, I do think that's the conversation about hate culture that we got into before, and it's also just like your feed's always going to be flooded with whatever.
That is true, but I don't think this one specifically has been hate culture. There's some people who are just like, I hate Rockstar and everything they stand for. But like, I like some of their games. I think their older games are better. Red Dead 1 is the best game they've made.
Okay.
GTA 4 is better than 5 from the little bit that I played of both. But their whole like style of like doing things isn't my kind of thing, and like a lot of people do share that. Their gameplay has not like their gameplay's gotten better, but their game style hasn't improved since like GTA 3. Like their first jump to 3D is like how the games have stayed. They've just gotten more detailed with a little bit better gameplay. They haven't like changed anything. Their mission style is my biggest issue. You know that. I hate how Red Dead 2 is this massive open world with one of the coolest worlds ever, and you walk 2 feet to the left and a mission fails you because you walk too far from the mission area. Like I hate that. So if they can fix that, that'd be great.
I mean, there's obviously, as with any game and with anything that you like, there's always going to be stuff that, like, even me, like, I agree, like, there's stuff that it could definitely be better. But I'm still really excited for it. I'm going to pre-order it.
A whole bunch of people are, and I'm glad they're excited. Because, I mean, I told you, like, I haven't mentioned it on camera, but, like, I'm really excited for the Elder Scrolls 6. And it's been 15 years since Skyrim. It's been 13 since GTA 5. So, like, by the time GTA 6 comes out, Elder Scrolls 6, by the time that comes out, like, I expect GTA 6 to be good. Rockstar doesn't make bad games, even if I don't like them very much. Bethesda hasn't made a good game in like 10 years. I want the Elder Scrolls 6 to be good. It's gonna be bad.
Did they make Fallout?
They made Fallout 4 10 years ago. That was their last like good game. So
that was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
11 now, actually. But that's a whole other thing. But GTA 6 will be good. That is never something I actually will argue against. I fully expect that game to be good, but I just like I don't really get the hype because I like a lot of like really gameplay heavy games with like a whole bunch of stuff you can do in them. But I was thinking about it, and like there is one thing that I can also kind of understand because I've never understood why GTA was so popular, and I kind of did realize I think so. There's a whole subsection of people who play games that aren't into like fantasy and sci-fi, who like only want to play like modern day stuff like Call of Duty and things like that, which is fine if you like that more. Like it's not like, obviously GTA 6 isn't like non-fiction, but it's closer to non-fiction than something like Skyrim. GTA is oddly one of the only like open world games out there that just takes place in a normal city with nothing like too crazy. Online obviously you have like flying cars and stuff like that, but like not in single player. But, like, there's not a lot of that around. Like, I love Just Cause, but you have a wrist-mounted grappling hook. It's like GTA, but you have a wrist-mounted grappling hook, and some people don't want that. It's too out there for them. Some people just want to go out and start shooting people in a city.
We can get into...
Don't quote that.
We can get into what that says about a person.
Well, yeah, but some people want that. And, like, there's really not that many options. Saints Row was the closest thing, and by the time Saints Row 4 came out, they were like, what if the main character had superpowers? So people who like Saints Row more than GTA have now moved on to GTA because Saints Row became stupid.
Yeah, I think I do. Obviously, I'm not against playing a game because there's certain sci-fi fantasy elements.
And a lot of GTA fans aren't, but there's plenty that are.
I do find myself leaning more towards realistic games, just because I think I can usually appreciate those stories more and stuff.
I get that.
More relatable.
One of my favorite stories is Uncharted, and while like the stuff that happens in that game, like there's no way it would actually happen. No person can do the stuff the main character of that game does, but it is set during modern times and like is mainly just like guns and vehicles and temples and stuff like that. It's not like magic.
So okay, let me. I know you have like your list of games that you beat. One thing that I've sort of realized that since it's like the one downside of me trying to beat a game every month is I feel like sometimes I have to force myself, and maybe it's just because I played like a game I didn't really enjoy, but sometimes I'm starting to feel like I'm just playing games only just to beat them.
Absolutely.
And I'm not enjoying games as much. I think about like when I played Red Dead 2, I gave myself like no time crunch to beat it. I just like played it and enjoyed it, and like I really enjoyed it and really liked that game. But now as I'm trying to like beat a game every month, I feel like I just have to force myself to play it just to beat it, and I'm not really like enjoying all aspects of it.
No, I definitely get that. So I started the list of games that I beat I think 5 years ago, and I average at least 20 games a year, and a lot of them are shorter. And a lot of them are longer, but like I definitely lean towards more like 10-ish to 12-ish hour games more than I do anything above like 18. But I definitely do feel that there's a lot of times whenever I'm like, I kind of want to play this game, and then I'll like, there's a website called How Long to Beat, which simply does just show you the average time it takes to beat a game, and I'll check it and it'll be like, oh, this game takes 25 hours to beat. I'm like, I don't really want to like commit to that right now, and I've done that like a lot. And so, like, despite really enjoying playing games, there are probably a lot of times whenever I have just felt like I'm playing a game to finish it, rather than actually enjoy it.
See, I have a really good example of like the opposite of that, because when I first started in like January, do you remember what game I beat in January?
Nope.
It was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I had finished. I had been playing it a while, but I finished it in January. Then I went ahead and started my February game, which was Expedition 33, and like, I started playing that game, and like I really, really liked it. I probably was done with half the game in January because I was just enjoying playing it.
Yeah.
But then I remember I had to like make myself wait. So I was like, I have to beat this in February because I don't want to have to beat another game. And I think that's a really good example, because I had to make myself wait to play the game because I wanted to play it and wanted to beat it. As contrary to this month, where I was like, oh, I want to play something else, but I have to get on this game and beat Aphelion, and
See, that's like, I feel that for sure, but I like it. I also rank the games I beat, not like rank them, I guess, but like I rate them like out of 10. And if you look at my list, on average, my list is 8 out of 10s and above, and that is because if I thought a game was worse than a 7, I probably didn't beat it. I probably dropped it.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time.
I do have like one like 5.5 this year, and I think one 6, and those were games that like one of them was like 4 hours, and I thought it sucked. It was Thymesia, and it was not great. It had a really cool ideas, but everything besides the combat was awful. And then the other one was Inotria, which is also a Souls-like, but that game was like 26 hours, and it was the opposite of Thymesia. Everything was really sick except for the combat, which for a game centered mostly around combat was not great. I gave that one like a 6. But I definitely see what you mean, and like,
it's sad.
It is.
I want to enjoy the games.
Yeah,
I think that's a lesson that like I will take forward. I like how I did my resolution, because I wanted to force myself to play a bunch of stuff, because I wanted to play more single player games. But putting it on such a strict time limit like that, it made me be like hold myself accountable, but I enjoy what I'm playing less.
I get that. I think
that goes for a lot of things. If you're trying to do pretty much anything, but you give yourself a time limit, you're so focused on making sure it gets done in that time limit, you're not really enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't have a time limit. My technical time limit is the end of the year, but like, I don't like start a game and be like, okay, this is my like game for this month. The way I do it, it only happened recently. I haven't been able to do this until about like this past year. Is if I'm enjoying a game enough to beat it, but not enjoying it enough to where it is the only game that I want to be playing, I will play multiple games at once. If I've got 3 10-hour games going at one time, it won't take me that long to finish all 3. It'll be at separate times, but like, if I'm playing one 10-hour game that is an absolute slog, it's going to take me a long time to beat. Like,
with all that being said, though, I am really impressed, I think, with myself that I've actually... this is the 6th month, so I'm halfway there, and I've not failed somehow.
I'm proud of you. You're doing
Thanks.
Thanks. Do you have any clue what you're doing next time?
No. I don't think I figured out the June game until like halfway through the month.
I think that's also a thing. If you're able to think of the game that you want to play before the month starts, or really early in the month, like if Aphelion, like you wouldn't have like probably felt as much like hatred, I guess, towards that game if like you didn't take longer to think
or
of
if it was a better game.
Yeah, if it was a better game, sure. But like if you had thought about it earlier, like I want to play Aphelion, and it was like June 1st when you figured that out, you would have had the whole month to stretch out like an 8-hour game, or you could have made it like a couple hours in by like June 2nd and been like, I'm not really feeling this game. I'll pick a different one.
Yeah, but my problem is I figure out a game by June 1st. Okay, I'm busy June 2nd through the 10th. Okay, I'm busy June 11th. So I can play it again on the 13th, and I'm like, oh wait, I don't like it. So then I'm a busy man.
Nah, I get that.
But okay, to get away from video games. So you recently, not together, but both of us, we separately went bowling. How's your bowling skills?
I was decent. Actually, I have something explicitly mentioned about that I was thinking about mentioning before we got here.
Okay.
So, my wrist is in so much pain. So, what happened is we went there, and it was packed. There were so many people at the bowling alley. Which is awesome. I'm glad stuff like that is still going on. Because like when I was like around like 15-ish, you would go and it'd be completely empty every time. It's like, I don't want this place to close down. So I'm glad to see people there. It's awesome. But because of how many people were there weren't very many options of like bowling balls to choose from.
Okay.
So usually I would take about 2. I like to have like a slightly heavier one, like a 13 or 14 pound, and then I'll take about a 12. But so I can like.
Do they have the pounds on them?
Yeah, they say number on the side of them. You didn't know that? You just weigh them, you pick them up, and like, oh yeah, it's fine.
I always get the same one every time I go.
That's fair. So what happened is there were not very many to choose from, and you know how like I'm assuming you went to Warpath, which is doesn't really matter. There's probably 1,000 out there, but the lanes are like right beside each other. It works the same way at most of them, where like the 2 lanes beside each other share the same like ball return, and the group beside us had like 7 people, and so like the bowling balls they all had their own. So like the bowling balls were covering the entire thing. So I couldn't fit more than one, but also I didn't have very many to choose from. And all of the pound that I would usually use, which is about a 12, the finger holes were too small. So I had to get a 15, which is the heaviest they have. And we played 3 games back to back. So my wrist was about to explode by the end of it. I thought I was going to hit the Wii Sports thing, where like your Wii remote disconnects and the ball goes flying backwards. I was like holding the ball so hard. Like,
my sister-in-law did that. She dropped it behind her, and then my brother was like, "We should all do the thing where we jump and."
But I was so self-conscious that was gonna happen because like the like actual alley part is like so like oiled up, so like the ball can move. Mm-hmm. But that means the longer you play, the more oily the ball gets. And then my hands were also getting sweaty because I've been playing 3 games back to back.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to fling this ball backwards.
I played 1 game. That was it.
Did you do good?
All right, what's your like average bowling score?
My average is probably around like 115, 120.
Okay, I would consider that good compared to me. I'm like really bad at bowling. I usually can like get over 100. The 1 game I did, I think I got like a 90 or something. So like just a little bit below. But usually like my second game in, like I can pretty confidently say I can hit at least 100, but not much further than that. I am not good at bowling.
Okay.
I am like impressively bad. But that's a good thing.
We need to go bowling.
We should go bowling. That would be a fun video.
I would.
And I would lock in so hard. I have a lot of people around me that are really good at bowling. But I'm really not. I don't. That's it.
That's valid.
That's it.
My highest score I've ever gotten is 178. Will I ever do that again? Probably not.
See, I think I've probably got like probably like a 120 some before. But I mean, I don't bowl that much.
No, yeah, I don't. I like never bowl. There was one summer where I got like a crazy discount thing where like I could bowl for free after 3 p.m. like every day of the summer. So we went like twice a week.
That's cool.
But that was like the most I've ever bowled in my life, and that was for one summer.
Know, I get to go bowling on Christmas
every
year.
I know, which is not fair.
Yeah, we get to spend Christmas Eve at the bowling alley.
Do you just like bowl as many times as you want? That's so sick. You should be good then.
That's the only time I get practice. That's like that's the one time a year that I do it.
I go like 1 to 2 times a year, and it's never my idea.
No, it wasn't my
Somebody
idea.
hits me up and like, hey, you want to go bowling? I'm not gonna say no. You can't say
bowling's
no to bowling.
fun.
No.
I like bowling. My dad loves bowling.
Most dads do.
Yeah, it was really funny because we were there and somebody else, I think Carly was bowling, but then like my dad like went back to me and was just like looked at me and was like, no, I ain't been here in like 20 years. And I was like, oh yeah, so that's a while. And he was like, yeah, last time I was here, me and my cousin Randy, we went back over there and we were drunk and I threw a ball and I knocked out a tile and I ain't been back since.
That's awesome. So I was playing with my friend for her birthday, and her dad came, and he did League for like 25 years. So like, her boyfriend described it as like us being like kindergartners, and him just like stomping a whole bunch of kindergartners at bowling, because like all of us were getting like around 100, and he was like averaging almost 200 every single time consistently after not playing in over a year.
Yeah, so Carly's family is all, as to be expected, pretty good at bowling.
They should be.
Her papa used to do that, was in like a bowling league. And, but like he's still he can freaking get it, dude. I don't know how old he is, but like he doesn't move around very well. But when he gets up to a bowling alley, he hits him with the and everything, dude. And he rolls like 200s and all that. He amazes me.
If you like, I've realized if you get good at bowling, it's not really a skill you lose.
No.
If you're insanely good at bowling at 22 and then you bowl at 50 and you haven't bowled in those 30 years, you're just as locked in as you
So
were.
now is a good time for us to get good at bowling.
We gotta get good at bowling now.
We need to go take lessons. Bowling
I'm
lessons.
not taking bowling lessons.
No,
I will get good on my own.
I feel like I
accord.
could figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It is definitely that hard.
No, I think the people that are good at bowling just bowl a lot.
Well, definitely, for sure.
Well, I think that's how they get good. I mean, I don't think people, as opposed to some other skills, I don't think people are just born good bowlers.
On average, no. But I've seen a few people where it's like, I've never been bowling before, and they smoke you. And it's like, that's not fair. But like...
My problem is I'm just not straight. Like...
I know.
My problem is I throw the ball and it curves.
Yeah, I do too. So like, I always throw it and it goes left. So I will always stand to the right, and then like make it curve a little bit more.
Well, you see, mine curves to the right.
Shut up. But like my arch nemesis is whenever I have like a singular pin on the right side of the thing, and then I have to like go to the left and then force it. Like I have to like grab it and go like that and do some random like Harry Potter.
See, people do some really cool stuff because they'll throw it and like they'll have like their other hand like on here and they'll like, make it spin.
I've done that a couple times, but whenever I do it, it spins and it hits the ground and does that. Like it just immediately goes into the gutter. Like I can't get it to go and then barely curve.
You should have seen my nieces and nephew try and bowl.
Are they using the slide, the plastic?
Oh, well, my smallest niece, yes, was using the slide, but the other ones, they had the barriers up, of course, because they suck at bowling.
Do you use the barriers?
No, but I should have. But I kept making fun of my poor nephew. But like, okay, he's like almost really bad at like everything he does. He's just not an athletic
Runs
person.
in the family.
Okay, but worse than me. Like, but he's like so unathletic with everything. Like him trying to throw a bowling ball, which he's not that young now. I mean, like he's young.
How old is he?
9?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, ask me.
It's like ish.
Okay.
But like yeah, he would just grab it with both hands and go. He would, and then it would go boom, boom, boom on all the barriers. He just grab it and like he puts his whole body into everything he does. He's like,
that's kind of awesome.
There was a couple times where I really thought my dad was going to like bowl himself down the lane because of how much he was putting his body into it.
That's
It's been 20 years. He was drunk last time.
Was he doing good though?
No.
Oh.
My dad loves Wii Bowling.
That's valid.
He was really good at that. But
do you know a story of me and Wii Bowling? I don't know if I've
you know
ever
the
told
story
you
of
that.
me and Wii Bowling?
No.
We both have one.
It's okay. We can take turns sharing Wii Bowling stories. So, one time, my sister wanted me to watch her apartment because she has 2 dogs, and she doesn't live there anymore. But like at the time, it was just those 2 dogs.
She wanted you to watch the apartment or watch the dogs?
The dogs, but also like, make sure they didn't mess up the apartment. Like so, both technically. And she didn't tell me this. She expected me to do it, mind you. Like the whole the plan all along was for me to do it, but she didn't tell me until the day before she left.
Is this the same time as the Alexa story?
No, that's at her house.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I mean, I guess I can go. I was not planning on it, but like I was like, I guess if you don't have anybody else to watch it, I'll do it. That also happened. She like gaslit me. She was like, I don't have anyone else, and I was like, well, that's your fault. But I did go anyway. 'Cause I'm awesome like that. But I went there, and she's like constantly bragging about how they play Wii sports a lot, and like and her Wii Bowling score was like 240 or something like that. So I was the only one there. I was miserable. There was no one. Like Marina wasn't able to be there, and then like no one else was there. So it was just me and the dogs, and I feel like really uncomfortable being by myself in someone else's home.
So you take your clothes off?
No. Okay, but so I was like, I'm gonna do something. So I created a me on Wii Bowling, named it myself. Looked nothing like me, but like I made the ugliest creature I could possibly make.
Did you name it Christian?
I did.
Okay.
And then I sat there for like 4 hours playing Wii Bowling until I bowled a 300. So now every time she plays Wii Sports, she is taunted by the fact that she does not have a perfect score and I do, and she hates me for that.
That's awesome.
And now she won't play with me anymore.
That's so sad.
Because I learned how to do it, and now I can bowl a 300 almost every game.
Yeah, there are some tricks to Wii
There's
Bowling.
some tricks.
And then you got the Wii Resorts Bowling with the 100 pins. There's some tricks there too.
Yeah, man. Wii Sports Resort, which I think we talked about literally last time. It was so much better than the first one. But now I want your Wii Bowling story.
Yeah, my bowling story with Wii Sports is a lot less impressive. You've probably heard about this at some point. I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 5. I was like really young. But like my family used to love playing like Wii Sports together and all that. Yeah, and I just didn't believe in the little strap thingies.
It tells you every time you play a Wii game to put the strap on.
But I don't trust people that use a strap on. So when I was bowling, I was playing Wii Bowling, and like I did it, and there it went, and it went right into the TV.
Did it break the TV?
It cracked the TV.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
Actually, no. It used to be the TV that's right over there, but I think that was a new one now.
Is that why your family doesn't play Wii Sports anymore?
Yes, that was it. And
you broke your family.
Yes, my entire family is falling apart because I broke the TV. But that was like, people used to give me, and still, people give me so much crap for that.
They should. It tells you at the beginning. It's like, don't
okay,
forget.
I was like 6 or something. They could have done it for me.
They hand you the remote and they're like, okay, here, baby. Put the
Yes!
strap. That's what you wanted.
That's what they should have done.
You couldn't figure out at 6 years old how to put your hand into a loop.
I probably could have figured it out, but I didn't want to because I was a rebelliant child. That's what I'm saying.
And look how where it got you.
Yeah, and here I am now. I'm still a rebelliant child.
Yeah, but you're so rebellious.
But my TV has no cracks in it. Unlike your phone.
My phone doesn't have cracks in it.
Oh, it used to.
When has it ever?
Right now.
What? That reminds me. So, like, my whole family has, like, Wii Bowling techniques. My dad flings the crap out of that thing. He
Okay, no, dude, we've had to, going back to my nephew, because he's the same way in terms of when we try and play, like, we try and play, like, on the Switch.
Also, like,
dude, we have to make sure.
He has the same technique in Wii baseball as he does in Wii Bowling.
We have to make sure he has the strap on, because he's like, Gah! That's what he does.
So my dad, when he basically Wii bowls like he actually does, like actual real bowling, and he will like fling it. If he let go of the Wii remote whenever he bowled, he would like it would go through the wall.
Your dad?
If it hit the TV, it was also coming outside of the house.
Yeah.
And like it works for him. My sister is like pretty good at Wii bowling. I'm not gonna lie, but she has to bowl in the stupidest way possible. And if she bowls like a normal person, she's complete trash. But her technique is the only way she wins. I'm going to try to do this without, like, messing up the entire setup. But, like, she physically cannot, like, bowl unless she moves her hand back and then it goes like this. And, like, when she does it, her foot is, like, all the way up there.
That's awesome.
And, like, that's the only way she can do it. Her leg has to, like, go above her head alongside the exact same speed as her right arm, or else she cannot play.
What is the why? How did she just do that one day?
That's just how she learned, and now if she tries to keep both feet on the ground, she can't even like hit any pins.
What is it with sisters just doing everything in like the dumbest way possible?
That's a topic for another day. but yes, in my experience, that is a very true thing.
Yeah, we have dumb sisters. Maybe that's why we bonded so much
That's probably true.
over our traumatic siblings.
Did your older sister ever do a thing? I know your like older siblings are like quite a bit older than you. So I don't really know, but like, you ever experience a thing where like you turn your Wii remote on first and they start tweaking because you're player one? That ever happened to you?
No.
Oh yeah, that my sister would be like that. If I was player one, she would tweak out every single time. However, now we're like considering getting matching tattoos of the Wii like squares, where like mine is colored in on the second one and hers is colored in on the first one. I think that'd be really cool. We considered that.
Hers would be the first one?
Well, she was born first. It's only fair.
Okay.
Which she reminds me of that all the time.
So you're a loser.
No. Player 2's Luigi, and Luigi is cooler.
Luigi is definitely cooler than Mario.
You just think that because he's green.
Yes, I was about to say literally because he's green.
That is also true. Green is a better color.
He has a better
red.
mustache.
I can get behind that. Where does Waluigi and Wario rank in the mustache ranking? Do you know who those characters are?
Yes, I know who those characters
Just put that out
are.
there. You don't know Disney movies.
Mario and Luigi, they're on top though.
Well, yeah.
I think then Wario.
I think Waluigi's like just straight like pencil thing he's got going on. It's a little bit better than Wario's.
Okay, you win.
Thank you.
That was easy.
Well, with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to us talk about video games basically the entire time, even whenever we change the topic.
I'm sorry, Nana.
Does Nana even still listen?
Yes.
Nana, we love you.
Okay, she doesn't love you anymore.
Did she say that?
She didn't say that, but she said, "Man, I turn on that podcast to listen to you, and Christian just doesn't let you talk. He just talks about them video games."
I do talk about video games a lot, but in my experience, you're the one interrupting me. So, Nana, that one's for you. But I hope you enjoyed that, Nana, and everyone else watching. I have been Christian.
Goodbye.
You're not gonna say your name?